Good morning, America! Welcome to the State with Your Chest podcast. If you woke up on the right side of the dirt this morning, let me get 2 chest beats and a Ric Flair.
Woo! It's your boy E Fitness, aka the Instigator, aka the man that needs no introduction.
It's your boy Chestout Rudy, aka Haitian Fresh, aka Haitian Sensation, but just call me Chestout Rudy.
It's your boy, Chestout Corey, aka Commercial Corey, Mr. Walking Billboard, Chestout.
Hold up, was that a mouthpiece, Corey?
What's the phrase?
What you doing with a mouthpiece?
I'm ready, coach.
Hey,
You ready?
You say you
I'm
ready,
ready,
to knock
coach.
you out?
Put you in the game?
Put me in the game, coach.
Hey, that's good. I hope you're ready because today's section is going to be on if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
Yes, buddy.
Hey, Rudy, go ahead, hit him upside the head with that what's happening.
What's happening? Okay, so if you woke up on the right side of the dirt this morning, you know what's been going on with the news lately. You know what's going on with Breonna Taylor. There was a big decision that was made, and the grand jury unfortunately did not find it in her favor. So her parents right now are not very happy. They wanted to have justice, and instead they were basically kicked in the face with the decision by the grand jury to
Acquit
everybody. Now, the thing that there were 3 officers, and one of them actually was charged with something called wanton endangerment. And basically what that means is that they put the lives, or they put people in danger that were next door. Next door,
close proximity.
there were 3 people in the next door apartment, and apparently there were some bullets that went through the other apartment. So that one officer was charged with wanton endangerment, and basically what that means is that it carries a maximum penalty of about 5 years.
And it's going to be equivalent to an impact monitor.
Yeah, well, if you know how that works and how we've seen things like this in the past, like someone like this, let's just say if they're found guilty, then they'll probably serve maybe 2, at the most probably 3 years.
Let me say this again. They are going to get an impact monitor and probably be confined at home for the next 6 months to a year. That's it. And it's a sad situation. Let's pray for the families.
And that's basically what a young woman's life is worth. Apparently, the walls, the drywalls, were more important than her life, and that's what a lot of people are very upset about, because someone's life was taken, but then no justice for it. So a lot of people are hurt. A lot of people are angry. And we saw this with a lot of protests in Kentucky, a lot of protests around the country. People are just frustrated with everything that's been going on, and we've seen it from time and time again. We've seen it with Rodney King. We've seen it. I mean, when is enough enough? When are we going to be able to have some kind of justice?
Yeah.
But at the same time, there were a couple officers that were shot. Let me just mention that as well, and that's not right as well. I don't agree with violence like that on either side. Well, so I know we're grieving, I know we're hurt, I know we're upset, I know we're frustrated, but honestly I can't tell you what to do or how to feel or how to act, because we're at our wits' end. We don't know what to do. So
the whole world should feel some type of sense of anguish.
Yeah.
The whole world should be going through a little distress right now. We've been seeing this over and over. It has become a domino effect.
Yeah, it's definitely a sad time, and I think Tupac said it best. I'm not promoting violence, nor do I want to see it happen on either side, but they asked him, when will the violence cease? He said when the troops stopped shooting his people down in the streets, people had enough time to make a difference. Bear witness. He was speaking the truth. That was over 20 years ago.
That's facts.
And it still remains relevant today. So although I'm not in law enforcement, I'm not really privy to what the laws are and how everything went down, but I do know that there needs to be a human component to everything. We need to start coming together as a whole.
Yeah, definitely. I agree, but until we can sit down and understand where everybody's coming from, we're always going to be divided like that.
Yeah.
You know, so
like I said, just everybody get together, man. You pray for these families and what they're going through.
That's real.
now, wanton endangerment, I've never heard it before. It was the first time I ever heard of it, and I was shocked. I don't know if I was surprised that the verdict came the way that it did, because I've seen it so many times. But I mean, come on.
It's comparable to me taking a rock, throwing it against that wall. Somebody catch me, and a child was right here or something, and you charge me with throwing a deadly missile.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. So a lot of sad news this week. Something else that happened that relates to an incident involving an African American female is Tory Lanez. He actually just dropped an album today. You guys had a chance to listen to it?
Yes, sir.
What you guys think? Are you even going to listen?
I let me say I haven't listened to it yet, but I like him, so I'll probably listen.
Let me say this.
Hey.
If you want to hear his side of the story, track number 1. He explains it in detail.
Now, do you believe it though?
It's not for me to believe, but at the same time, when you have the first person that speaks up that's who the people believe.
Yeah, I would say so. But
So
I didn't believe August Alsina when he spoke up.
He was the first one to the microphone. She was the first one to the microphone. So I think at that point, you have to believe her. And she's a female too. And why would she lie?
And she was the one that was injured.
Yeah.
I don't believe Tory Lanez, to be honest with you. I mean, it was a dope record. I got to give it to him, but he explained the whole situation.
Yeah, the whole CD. Well, I listened to about 10 tracks already. And like I said, when I'm not aware of everything that's going on, I like to ascertain both sides of the story so that I can get a better understanding for myself, and then use discretion to make a proper decision. So, as Corey said, I don't know who's right or who's wrong. I'm just hearing both sides of the story. They said there's usually 3. There's your side, there's their side, and then there's the truth. So eventually the truth will come out. Based on what that is, that'll dictate whether or not I continue to support his music. Just like that 6ix9ine album, I didn't even listen to it.
Garbage.
I didn't even listen to the Locked Up remix part.
Garbage.
So I haven't listened to that. The Tory Lanez album, I listened to it just because it was him telling his truth or his perceived truth. So we'll see what happens. But overall, if you haven't listened to the album, it's actually pretty good.
But Tory did say he lost $10 million deal.
He said he got a bag though.
But he said his 10 million fans gonna ride or die with him.
Hey, he went at J.R. Smith, Chance the Rapper.
Everybody.
He going in.
Oh, he went out to the City Girls. The City Girls.
Best album yet, actually.
He said Chester Rapper is irrelevant.
Oh yeah, he did.
He said he's
That ad lib
irrelevant.
he put right before.
But listen,
he came pretty hard.
J.R. Smith. Yeah, I don't know if you rap or not, but bro,
he came back on Twitter already. He clapped back on Twitter.
He murdered you, bro.
Yeah, he did.
He murdered you.
Really?
Yeah, he came hard on it. He came hard. I listened to it. Like I said, I listened to the first 10. He came pretty hard.
He has an undeniable talent.
He sound like he's like Drake part 2.
He sounds just like Drake. Track number 2 sounds just like Drake.
They both from Canada.
Yeah. But who had that style first though? We don't know.
I don't know.
Drake would say that he had it first.
Man, Drake is the man.
Drake,
the mayor.
The man.
No, he could be the mayor.
All right, what else you got for us for news today, Rudy? Man, what you got?
That's it for news today.
All right, that's the news. So
yeah, that's news.
all right, so you ready?
We ready.
I'm always ready, man. If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
All right, so talk about that a
Come
little
on.
more in depth. A lot of people, they hear the saying, they recite it, they can pretty much verbatim give you a Webster dictionary. But what does it mean to you? What is that stay ready to get ready lifestyle? What does it mean to you?
It can go with anything. It can be any part of your daily life. It can be in the classroom. It can be in the gym. Like for instance, if you're ready in school and your teacher gives you a pop quiz, you're ready. You're gonna get an A. You're gonna ace it. You're not gonna be surprised by anything that comes your way because you're already ready. So there's no surprising you. You're always on point and ready to go at any time.
Okay.
I'm ready, coach.
Okay.
I'm ready, coach.
Okay.
You ready to put me in the game, coach?
Let's go. Chestout.
I think people use that term or that phrase too loosely.
Okay.
Let me expand on that.
Explain.
Hey, go ahead. Let's hear you. Talk to him.
Okay, so if I call your number, your name, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Rudy?
I'm always ready.
if I call your name and you've been asking me for the last 3 years, I'm your supervisor, your subordinate, and you ask me, hey, I want that position that she has or he has, and they call off work, and I ask you, are you ready? Are you ready?
You have to be ready. You have to, like, if it's something that you really want, you have to be ready at any given time. Like, for instance, let's talk about this promotion thing. So if it's a job that you want and somebody else has it, if they're going to be calling in sick and there's something that's going on, hopefully you were studying, seeing what was going on. That way you're ready at any time.
But a lot of people not, though.
Yeah.
You got most people at home on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. See, Saturday and Sunday for an entrepreneur, it's a work day for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's a regular day for me. And I've been doing this since day one. So most people on Saturday, Sunday, they wake up first thing in the morning. They not hitting the gym. They fixing a big breakfast. They're hanging with the homeboys. They're playing Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
When you got people like me at the gun range going 38 for 38.
Nice.
Only gun heads will understand where I'm coming from when I say that.
It's all right. I think I'm better though.
I don't think so.
I'll show you my sheets.
Bro, I just went camping and I showed out.
Oh yeah.
You ever been ski shooting?
No.
Oh, I've been ski shooting.
I'll probably have to work on your form.
Bro, I was like 16.
I saw your form.
I was like 16 for 20.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Well,
So, hey.
I'll take your word for it because
Hey, but
my thing too is if I didn't see it, it didn't happen.
But my daughter hit first. And then you got these guys out here, these guys, females and males, that's out here. They're checking for somebody else's score.
Okay.
You worry about what LeBron James did last night. You worry about his stats. How many dunks he had. How can I criticize him tomorrow? But what's your score?
Staying ready. How does it go, man? What's the code?
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Okay.
And it applies, like I said,
anything.
it applies to anything. And I've always had that mindset, but I also would attribute it to being in the fire service as well.
Yeah.
Whatever call comes your way, like you can be in the shower, you can be doing whatever. You gotta get ready and go on that call. It can be anything. As a firefighter, we're like the mechanics of the world. Like we do everything.
Okay.
We save cats. We get calls for animals. We get calls for medical. We get calls for fires.
Okay.
So as a firefighter, you're always ready for whatever the situation may occur. But in terms of fitness and all the other things as well, it also is relevant.
I like it. So to me, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. That's the quote, right?
Yes, sir.
So
Are you always ready? Are you?
Well, let me put it like this. You got to delve. When I hear that phrase, I like to delve a little deeper. So what it means to me is, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. There's a famous saying that says a person doesn't become what he wants, or he doesn't get what he wants. He get who he is. And that's the same thing to me as saying, before you actually even desire something, you have to become that thing that you want to desire. So to me, staying ready is not necessarily actually being ready in that moment, but internalizing that you are that moment before it happens. If that makes any sense.
You're trying to get deep right here.
Yeah, I'm just saying this is what it means
Trying to
me.
get deep.
So you're IFBB Pro. If you have aspirations of being Mr. Olympia, you walk around here like you're Mr. Olympia. For example, Chestout Corey, right? He's the walking billboard for a reason. If he was a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, he probably wouldn't act any different because he's already being that person in the moment. So to me, that's all it simply means. Just whoever you want to be or you envision yourself being, as opposed to waiting for the opportunity to be perfect, you're doing it right now. So if you're a quarterback, as opposed to being on the sideline watching, you're actually running the play. Your mind is there, your body just
It's a mindset.
That's all it is to me.
We all know about this player. His name is Dwight Howard.
Oh yeah.
Y'all know anything about Dwight Howard?
You know about Dwight.
Okay.
He's from Orlando.
Okay.
Well, he's not. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, but he played for
Rudy's
Orlando
favorite-
Magic.
That's Rudy's favorite player.
Oh, it is. So when Dwight Howard played for Orlando, he was number 12. He was a defensive player 3 years. 3 years. Went to the finals a couple times. We went to the finals one time and got put out because of Jameer Nelson. I'm gonna put that on record. Okay. Came back after 40 games, and you know the rest of the story.
Okay.
So Dwight left. He decided to leave Orlando, right? So Dwight said, you know what? I'm the big fish in the small pond. I'm gonna go off and play somewhere else because y'all not doing me right in Orlando. So he go off. He played for a couple different teams, Atlanta Hawks and a couple more teams, and you could have actually wrote Dwight off.
Yeah, he did. He played for about 6 teams.
He could have actually checked out, but Dwight actually he stayed checked in. Okay, so let me explain why I say he stayed checked in. Dwight went out there. He went to L.A. Played with Kobe. Kobe said you too soft, so Kobe pushed him off. So once they pushed him off, Dwight went and played for a couple more teams, and then Kobe wound up passing away. So he couldn't see what Dwight did when he got back to to LA. But once he got back to LA, he sat back and he had to take a different role, a different approach. Dwight knows that he's insurmountable. He knows he's too great to overcome, right?
Yep.
So what Dwight did, Dwight became a vegan. Dwight lost about 40, 50 pounds. Like Dwight gained a lot of muscle. Like I said before, he stayed checked in. So what Dwight did from Coach Vogel, they want to bring him on. So they told Dwight, listen, we're not going to give you a big contract because we know that you do a lot of stuff in the locker room. What they call that, like a loose cannon?
Yeah.
So what Dwight did, Dwight said, just give me $1 million. Let me show and let me prove what I can do. Dwight went from making $180 million over the course of the last couple of years, got $250 million from Adidas. So Dwight said, I'm going to sit back. I'm financially stable. I'm good. I'm going to let you sit back and watch what I can do. Dwight sat back on the bench, came off as the sixth man, did his thing behind Jamel McGee, played his course. The other day, they played Houston, right? They set him down because they went to go small ball. Set him down. Once they set him down, he sat back. He was the biggest cheerleader that LA ever seen. I mean, him and McGee was cheering him on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. We talking about somebody at 6'11", 260, 280 pounds, cheering his team on. Being a great team player. So what Dwight did, Dwight sat back. They had a chance. They came back. They got past Houston. They got to Denver. They was up 2 games. They came back, beat them 1 game. And Vogel said, you know what, I'm going to change the game plan up a little bit. We up 2-1, we got to do something a little different. Dwight was at the end of that bench cheering his team on. And Vogel said, listen, Dwight, are you ready to step in this game and show out? And guess what Dwight did when he got in the game?
Showed up.
12 points, 11 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 assist, 30 minutes in the game. He could have easily checked out. But you know what Dwight said? If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Just remember that.
So how do you guys feel about competition? Is there such thing as healthy competition when it comes to that mantra? Because earlier you mentioned sometimes when you're in that mode, you don't really worry about external factors. But if you're in the game of life, you're always competing against someone, whether you know it or not. Whether it's inadvertent or it just happens. You as a brand, like for example, Rudy, he's always going to be competing against another bodybuilder on stage. I know it's popular for bodybuilders to say, oh no, it's just me against myself. But at the end of the day, there's still a scorecard. There's still a guy next to you and there's others competing. So how do you feel about that?
There definitely is a scorecard, but how
Let's be transparent now.
Yeah,
Let's be transparent.
I'm serious.
Be transparent.
How can you worry about somebody else when you have to, like, my thing is I have to beat how I was the last time I stepped on stage. If I can do that, it doesn't matter what my competition does because I know that I'm pushing myself as hard as I can, and it doesn't matter what they're doing because if I can do what I want to do and come out on stage and try to beat my last physique that I had, then I think I'm good.
So you only competing with yourself. That's what you're saying right now.
I compete with myself. Like,
so you're not worried about the competition.
Obviously, you're on stage, and there's a lot of good people on stage, and a lot of people. My thing is, when I go on stage, I'm not going to be the biggest guy. I already know that.
So what separates you from everybody?
I'm never going to be the biggest guy.
What separates you from everybody?
What I would say that separates me from a lot of my competition is really.
But you just said there is no competition a minute ago.
Competition on stage.
Okay.
It's a bit. I'm sorry, it's a big difference with that because I'm not competing with them on how, like, if I see them doing like 50 pounds, okay, oh my God, this guy's doing this, oh, I need to go and do the same thing.
Great point.
It doesn't matter what they're doing because I know what my body requires. I know what I need to do for me to get the best out of myself. And if I can do that, then I can compete against anybody on stage. Now, I'm not going to be the biggest person on stage. So what I work on is my aesthetics, making sure that when I'm on stage, I'm lean, I'm dry, and then I do my routines really well, and then I hit my poses. Everything is on point when I step on stage. I usually try to give the judges and everybody a show. So I want all eyes to be on me.
Okay.
So that's the thing. I want them to be focusing on me.
I get it. So you're playing to your strengths. So since that is your strengths, go ahead and give us a strategy. Give us the key on how you find a way to stay sharp, look dry, have your aesthetics showing very well to beat the competition that you say doesn't exist.
Well, for one thing, again, with the mindset of when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I make sure that even during the off season that I'm within about maybe 10 pounds of my stage weight. That allows me basically to be able to do other things as well. Like I do photo shoots occasionally, so I need to be ready for those. So I allow myself to still indulge in some things, but still be able to, if they want me tomorrow, I'm ready for that. If they want me next week, I'm ready for that. So I don't do the huge bulking during the off season. So I kind of keep my carbs at a minimum. My proteins are a little higher, and then my fats are slightly low. So I keep that going throughout the year. That keeps me ready for whatever.
Okay, good answer. I like it. So what's your favorite food to indulge in since the people are getting to know you right now?
My favorite thing, like after a competition or even my cheat day or cheat meal, I love to have like a nice burger. But nothing beats a Biscoff, man. Biscoff with some rice cakes or something.
That's what you like. Okay.
If y'all don't know what Biscoff is, look it up. Go get it. It's good. You'll thank me. I'm telling you.
Sounds good. Now with everything going on in the world, the pandemic, the protests, the election, what advice would you give someone on staying just ready in general, whether it be health, finances, relationships, different aspects in life? What advice would you give them?
I would say, and that's with everything too, like I said, even with businesses, like there are people that are thriving right now because they're making sure that they're ready. They're crossing their T's and dotting their I's. They're doing business. They're researching. They're making sure that when this pandemic is over, that they're already moving. So like a lot of people in businesses and in general are kind of slowing down, and have that. Some people have that mentality that we can't do anything right now, but those that are actually working hard right now will see the fruits of their labor, like when this thing is over.
Put them in the game. Hey.
Yes, sir.
So Corey, you've been rolling with Rudy for a while.
Long time.
And you go into a lot of shows with him. In those occurrences or those times, what's the craziest thing you pretty much seen or witnessed with him and competing?
This guy, my dog, Chestout Rudy. Where should I start? We've been to Miami together. We've been to South Carolina together. We've been to Vegas together. We've been to Europa together.
All right.
This has been my business partner, my dog, my brother since 2013, since we started Chestout Sports. Chestout Sports, go get it. .com. My dog, we had a trip to Vegas. I'm going to tell you about the story in Vegas. We went to Vegas, and Rudy had to do an overall, right? He won his competition. Rudy was the man at, what is that competition that you was doing at first? Oh, Musclemania.
Oh, yeah, Musclemania. I remember.
Musclemania. Rudy was top dog Musclemania. You had Ulysses, you had Sammy and Panda, you had Rudy. Rudy was, to me, should have been the face of Musclemania. It's natural bodybuilding, right? So we get to Vegas. and we get to Gold Nugget. We doing our thing, and we at the pool area. And it's like 1,000 people out here ready for this competition. 1,000 people. Am I over exaggerating?
No.
It's wrapped around the pool. So we get there. The first thing that we see Ulysses. I don't think Ulysses know Rudy. The first thing he did, he walked up and dapped Rudy up like, I know this guy.
Okay.
Social media is powerful. It's very powerful. So anyways, let's fast forward the story. So we get to the day of the competition. Rudy on no carbs. He's doing his thing. He's relaxed. And like I said, like Rudy said before, Rudy really don't worry about competition. And I noticed that myself. So we get to his competition, and he does the bodybuilding at the time.
Are you a bodybuilder, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my boy was doing his thing, right? So Rudy's on stage. He won his competition. Done deal. Rudy always wins his competitions. We used to that. So now it's time for Rudy to go for overall now. And Rudy has to go against Sammy and Dixon. He has to go through Ulysses, Sammy and Panda, and a couple more people. So Rudy gets on stage, and I know for a fact Rudy got second place. Rudy did his thing. I'm proud of my dog. But Rudy is such a perfectionist. Rudy had to find out, why did I place second? So we've been at this competition all day. And you ever been to a bodybuilding competition? You are there for days and hours on top of hours. So we sitting back. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I'm ready for this cheat meal. I'm ready for this cheat. I know we going to the Wingstop to get some wings or something like that. It was Wingstop because you had a stack of wings up to the ceiling. You in and what you call it. So we sitting back, and Rudy come up to us and said, hey, I'm going to go speak with the judges. I looked at Rudy like, man, what are you talking about? Speak with the judges. It's time to tap out. But my dog sat back, waited for the judges to get done, speaking to a couple more people, and Rudy wanted to find out, what does he need to do for the next competition to place number one? I want you to explain a little bit on that. Can you expound on that?
Well, let me first start by saying this. Like when I first started doing, I was with NPC first, won several competitions with NPC, but then I left NPC and started doing competition with Muscle Mania. And when I won my first show with Muscle Mania, it was the Orlando show, and they came and interviewed me. And what I said was, my goal was to become the face of Muscle Mania.
Facts.
Compete against Ulysses. Ulysses was somebody that I looked up to a lot.
He's a god.
So I was like, I wanted to compete against Ulysses, but not just compete against Ulysses. I wanted to beat Ulysses. So I don't know if they thought it was true, if I was just kidding, but that was really what I wanted to do. And then fast forward about maybe 6 months later, I found myself on stage competing with Ulysses and Samuel Dixon. And it was awesome. Like I had fun on the stage, but my goal is never just to go up there and just have fun. My goal is to win. And anything I do, if I'm competing, I want to present my best package, but I want my package to be the one that wins. So when I first won my class, I was happy, but when I didn't win the overall, I wanted to know what it was that I didn't do and what it was that I needed to do to be able to be the number one. And then that also comes in with the, if you're ready, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, because if you constantly are finding things that you can improve upon, then you're always going to be at your best at any given time. So that was my goal.
Facts.
When do you find the time to live, man? Enjoy life, you know?
I got one. I got another one.
You get to enjoy life,
I
man.
got another one. He lives a little bit.
Okay. Oh, he does, huh?
I do.
Oh,
Hey, you might find some grape soda in the golf cart.
You might be telling me something.
In the cart in public.
You know what's worse? Like when I'm like at the shop at shopping or whatever.
You always see somebody you know.
It's always like if I walk down the bakery aisle or the cookie aisle, somebody, even if it's not somebody I know, they'll look at me and be like, you know what? You shouldn't be on this aisle. What are you doing in this aisle?
You're not human. You're not human, bro.
And let alone like if I have a cookie in my basket and then I find a friend of mine or whatever walks up and like, they'll say,
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yo, what are you doing?
Extort you.
Well, you shouldn't be eating this. Like
Right.
it's like every day. So I have to be careful. Like if I'm gonna go to the store and buy some stuff, it's not gonna be one
So
close.
I got something I want to talk about.
All right, let's hear it.
This is about 6-7 years ago.
That was his last cheat meal, y'all.
So
That's his last time he had a cheat
listen,
meal.
the man is probably about 3% body fat right now.
Don't believe him.
He's probably about 3% body fat.
One
But
second,
anyway,
century.
with that being said, my dog came to my house one day. Rosanna threw me like a surprise birthday party. So she bought me this little fancy cake, this Chestout cake or whatever she did. My queen, love you. But we sitting back and we having drinks and stuff, cocktails, and sometimes I get embarrassed to drink in front of Rudy because Rudy don't drink, smoke, or do anything else. I don't smoke none of that stuff, and I'm done with drinking. So we sat back and we having cocktails and stuff like that. And I'm like, Rudy, you want a cocktail? He's like, no, bro, I don't want a cocktail. So the first thing came to my mind, I said, Rudy, you want a shake? Rudy said, yeah, go make me a shake.
Oh, okay.
So, listen, I don't know if this ever been done before. We toast with 5 shots of tequila and 1 shake. Have you ever seen that done before?
Hey,
Hold on.
Hey,
That's not the best part of the story.
I have to be a part of the festivities, man. I still have to be a part of it.
He enjoyed that shake. So, that's not the icing on the cake. My dog chest out Rudy, Mr. G.I. Joe Haitian Fresh. It was time for the cake, right?
Mm.
I said, Rosanna, go ahead and fix Rudy a slice of cake. Rudy looked at Rosanna and said, just wrap it in some saran wrap.
Mm.
He said, just wrap it in some saran wrap. I say, what? I said, Rudy, eat the cake now. He was like, no.
Well,
I said, eat the cake, anime. Eat the cake.
Go play.
So, my dog said, go ahead and wrap it up for me. I'm going to put it in my freezer for about 3 months, and once my competition's done, I'll eat it then. Are these facts?
I don't know. I don't know if it was 3 months.
It was 3 months. I don't know if that's disgusting or just
Nah, that's normal,
discipline.
bro. People do it for that wedding all the time.
Okay, I don't know if it's just discipline or what. Okay.
Hey, people do it for like a whole year,
Yeah.
and then they eat it for their anniversary.
You can call my
their
wife
first
right now. We
anniversary.
got witnesses.
Hey, man.
But see, my thing is, I want to be a part and feel like I'm still enjoying the festivities.
Yeah, you wanna be in a moment.
And for one, like people don't know this, but I love sweets, but I can control myself. You know what I'm saying? So I control myself all the time. Like I love sweets, but I can control myself. But when I want to have sweets, like if I'm at a party and I'm like I have weeks to my show, I can't have the cake. So what do? Like I'll take the piece.
Eat the cake, anime.
I'll take the piece, and I'll do it very well. Like I've become a pro.
Just
at-
lick
at
around
this.
it. Yeah, I'm just
So
asking,
tell me
bro.
how you eat the cake.
Yeah, how you eat that cake?
Like, it's like Area 51 right now.
First, if I have the show coming up, I'll wrap it in saran wrap and then wrap it in some foil.
How you
and
keep
put
it moist though?
Oh, it's moist.
Okay.
It's moist.
Alright.
It's always moist, man.
So you throw the cake out.
You thaw it out,
Thaw it out.
and it's just like it was the first day you had it. It's so good.
Well, you sound like this
Hey,
female or something. Like,
I got
is it that good?
I got 2 questions, man, about that whole story. So, what type of shake were you drinking that day?
Oh, don't try me like that, Corey.
You give me one of them bars,
Don't
man.
try me like that, Chestout, Corey.
Y'all make me hungry, man. Pass me one of them bars, man.
Listen, let me give you one of these
This ain't
balls.
good, bro.
One of the best balls in the game.
Hey, come on, man. You over here talking about food.
Hey.
Man, get you a ball.
There's a way to open the box, man.
Whenever I have
look at how you open the box.
Man,
That's
such
how
a
you-
perfectionist.
Rudy trying to get
Best
me right.
balls
Man.
in the game.
So look, when he get that sweet tooth now, instead of eating the cake, this is what he grabbed right here, one of these RC signature bars. Tooth now.
I love this stuff, man. Like, and whenever I travel, and if I don't have actual meals with me, I make sure to have like 1 or 2 of these, and I just.
Well, you got those from Amazon? How do I get some of those, man? Every time I come over here, I feel like I'm eating them all from you.
Hey, you can go online, go to Ronnie Coleman's website, and you can get this. And you can go to his website and get his apparel as well. Coleman Apparel, you know.
Okay, all right, cool. But D. Ronnie Coleman?
Ronnie Coleman.
Mr. Yeah Buddy?
The Ronnie Coleman.
Mr. 8-time Olympian.
Nothing but a
Yeah,
peanut Ronnie Coleman?
Yeah,
Nothing but a
buddy.
peanut, baby. Nothing but a
Okay.
peanut.
Yeah,
Nothing but a
buddy.
peanut, baby.
Lightweight. Let's get it.
All right, cool.
Now, like Corey says, he's seen me like compete in some and when I started like doing getting into the national shows, there were sometimes that I didn't know exactly how things worked. So I remember my first show that I did back, like when I left Muscle Mania, I did that show for, what was it? It was a show in South Carolina.
I was there.
Junior.
Junior USA.
Junior USA, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought I should have won that show, or at least got second, and I didn't.
We was there for 8 hours.
So I got a real question. Was there a show you ever felt like you shouldn't have won?
That I shouldn't have.
Yeah, because you said on this show you felt like you should have got first place.
See, my thing is.
No, I'm saying you always feel like you're supposed to get first place, right?
My thing is, if I come in ready, like, and I put in the time, then I will typically think that I should win that show.
My bad.
There was a show that I think it was a Pittsburgh show. I did that show, and that was basically listening to
you were fluffy that show.
Some of the critiques, and it went against my natural body type, and I wasn't happy with that, with the product that I showed on stage.
You look like Breon.
So I agree with that, but Corey's seen me through all this stuff, man.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate him for that. But Corey's gone through his ups and downs as well, and he came to me a few times, like more than a few times.
About six.
More than a few times to help him out with his diet and nutrition, and I do. And I did
every time.
Every time, but obviously, like every time you hear it, you're like, are you gonna stick with it this time, Corey? Are you gonna stick with it this time, Corey? Like, I remember the last time he came to me, and he's like, Rudy, yo, I'm gonna need your help with this. I want to get on this plan. I want to look right. Da 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 da. And I gave him that look. I'm like, what's gonna be different this time? What's gonna be different? Like, are you gonna stick with it? So, I mean, Corey's been through a lot as well. So, what was it, Corey, that finally made you say, you know what? I got it. I finally got it. What was it?
The last time I seen Rudy and the clique, Chestout clique, work out together. And Rudy said, shirts off. I said, hold up. I'm the camera guy.
If you ready, you ain't gotta get ready, Corey.
If you stay ready, you have to get ready.
Get ready.
And that's when I realized that something's wrong. But I got a guilty fun fact. I have to be a little transparent right now.
As I take a bite of this bar.
It's the best one. Listen, listen. When you're right.
Let me hear when he unwrap it. Let me hear.
Listen,
plastic.
that's like when you're in class and you gotta unwrap that cookie.
1,000 new followers after he bit into that bar. He about to get 1,000 new followers.
So my guilty fun fact, I used to train with either Donna or Rudy.
Okay.
All right, two beasts in the gym. So I would go and have a very intensive workout, very hard, to the core. We'll leave the gym, done, hit the sauna, done with the gym, 2-hour workout. We had 24-hour fitness, hit Lake Mary Boulevard. And for some reason, Chick-fil-A calling my name.
Hey.
So.
They got that grilled chicken over there.
No, it wasn't grilled chicken.
Oh, it was the fries.
So, I'm going to step inside and get my 2 fillets with cheese on top of it, 2 hash browns, and 2 orange juices. And then hit the house and not even feel an ounce of sympathy, guilty. I don't feel none of that. And I would hit the club at night and hit the gym first thing in the morning. But I had to realize, like, I was doing myself a disservice. So I had to demagnetize myself from a lot of people. Well, my circle wasn't right.
Hold up. First of all, now, I've seen you work out.
Yes.
And you worked out with me. And we go at it.
We go hard. We work out for 8 hours. 8 hours.
Oh, yeah.
8 hours. Hey. You work the front part of the shoulders and the back part of the shoulders. And you're still not done. Because you got the middle, you got your armpit, you got everything. He's working out for symmetry. But go ahead.
Anyway, so we go hard, right? And we're in the gym getting it in. And then, so if you're doing this consistently, working out that hard, and then going home and staying the program that I gave you, you're gonna see results.
So let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about the program that he put me in.
No, hold up. You're gonna see results.
Yes,
So
you'll see results.
if I don't see results, something's off. What's off? Corey, what's going on when you're home, Corey? What are you doing? Are you eating the foods that I said?
BurgerFi.
Yes, I am.
BurgerFi.
Are you sure? Like, you can ask any trainer or anything like that, and if all things that they can see is great, what's the one thing that they don't see? When you're home,
In the kitchen.
when you're in the kitchen, they
the
don't
kitchen.
see that.
No.
That's true.
It's just your word, but I don't need to see what you're doing in the kitchen. I can see what's going on with your body and know that you're not following that.
Well, for the last 10, 15 years, I was that person that was inconsistent. I was that person that they talked about. That you see that person in the gym day for day, 365 a year, in the gym, getting it every single day, and you don't see no results. And you know that person is not really doing what they're supposed to be doing. Like I tell everybody, it starts in the kitchen. We all know that. So I had a master trainer in 24 Hour Fitness walk up to me one day in front of Donna. I was very embarrassed. Very embarrassed. And he asked me, he said, hey man, and this is the time that I was doing pretty good on my diet.
Yeah.
He said, man, hey, you look pretty good, man. A couple weeks ago, your stomach was sticking out. I said, hold up. Did you say that in front of somebody? I said, hold up. But what I did at that point, when the new year hit 2020, I thought about everything, right? It'll behoove me if I sit back and not ask Rudy about my macros and about my regiment, what I need to be doing. So I came to Rudy for the 6th, 7th time. And I said, Rudy, it's time for me to get right.
I don't know. Who's counting?
Yes, we lost count. And I know when a person is getting bothered when they ask you, what is going to make this time different? What's so different about this time? But I shocked them. What I did, January 1st, and I hate New Year's resolutions. I sat back, I had a bottle of Black Label. It's on Facebook. I poured the whole bottle out. Well, I had a glass. I poured it out. So once I poured it out, I said, you know what? That's a start. Then the pandemic hit. And I said, you know what? Instead of me running towards the crowd, running away from the crowd, I'm going to run to the crowd. I'm going to do the hard thing. I'm going to take the stairs instead of taking the elevator. So I took the stairs. Took me a while to get there. I cut all my fats out. I cut a lot of my carbs out. I cut the bread. I cut the rice. I cut the alcohol. I cut everything out. And I say, this pandemic this is going to be the hardest test that I ever had to endure. I dropped 40 pounds. I went from 226 to 186. I was at 31.5% body fat. I'm at 10.5% body fat as we speak right now. And I developed the mindset, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. Because what I was doing, I shoot videos, I do music and everything else, and I have a photo shoot or have a video, and I go to Rudy and ask Rudy, I said, Rudy, what I need to do? He was like, man, listen, just stay ready. You don't have to worry about that. All that making preparation, if you already ready 6 months from now, you already got it. Only thing you have to do is tune a little bit, tweak a little bit, and you got it. So now I will never go back to that old person. Never again.
Is that why you're wearing gloves right now? I'm trying to figure out why you're wearing gloves.
I got my mouthpiece. I say put me in the game, and you will never take me out the game. Because I'm always ready. Chestout Corey. Mr. Walking Billboard.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
That's a good story, man.
That is.
Appreciate that.
Stay ready.
All facts, though.
Big facts.
Big
All
facts.
right, what else y'all boys got to say before we head out today?
Just want to tell everybody that, again, with the Brianna thing, just keep your head on straight. We will get through this thing. Now, stay swole, stay humble, chest out.
Like I always tell you, take my L's, turn them into W's. That's why I had to be a little transparent, because if I don't tell you my story, I'm not going to grow, and I can't help you grow. Make your dreams bigger, your circle smaller. Go to chestoutsports.com and get your chest out gear.
Facts.
30 of them.
And we said stay ready.
Chest out.
Not stay humble. Or not humble. Comfortable. Don't stay comfortable. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy E Fitness. Chest out apparel. Chest out Rudy. Chest out Corey. Stay swole. We out.
Let me get 2 chest beats and a Ric Flair.